Good evening, Facebook friends out there in Facebook land. Welcome to my Facebook Live this evening. Baxter Cribs here with you. Hope you have had a very, very good Friday and that you have lots of good plans for tomorrow. Today I want to share with you just a little bit, as you can see by the headline, probably at the top of my cast here. You always have to give it a name, and that's what I mean when I refer to it as a headline, is that seeing the benefits of your workouts. You know, sometimes when we work out, you know, we try to squeeze stuff in, a little here and a little there, and many times we think, well, this is not really doing a lot of good. I'm only getting 5 minutes here or 15 over there, and maybe a 30 or 40 minute here over there, and we don't really get to see a lot of the change many times, but in our bodies. Or maybe we do, but you know, many times we don't. We think we're not getting anywhere until you see how you compare whenever you're working along beside somebody else. And I'm saying working, I mean literally working. I want to give us an example of this today, and not trying to brag upon myself whatsoever, but you know, I've been doing this for some time, and I've been doing the work I do during the daytime for 13 years. So I've been, you know, handling heavy stuff for quite some time. Sheetrock, 4x8 sheets of plywood, stuff that weighs usually between 65, 75, sometimes even 100 pounds a piece. Depends on the conditions you're in and so forth. So, but, and also in that, though, I mean, I work out to handle that. Well, today, and actually all week long, what we call our pig truck has been broke down. We actually have two of them, but one of them's been in the shop. And so I've been driving what they call a flatbed, where we put stuff on the back of it, and wherever you go, 95% of the time the stuff has to be hand unloaded and stacked into a house or wherever. And so today was one of those days, and like I said, I've been doing this all week long, and today was one of those days where I had to do every bit of it, and it seemed to be quite a bit that had to be done, which was fine. I went and done those things that needed to be done. And so as I made the delivery towards the end of the day after lunch today, that I had about 40 sheets of 4x8 stuff at what we call T111. It usually weighs about 55 to 60 pounds a sheet, that had to be hand-toted into a house and stacked in the garage. And then there was some 1x4s and some trim work that you take in there, and you're trying to get these things done as efficiently as you can, yet safely without hurting yourself and protecting the product as well. Well, anyway, so I had went and done the house. I had two drops on the truck, and when I got to the first one, there was of course nobody there, and they wanted it to be able to have Monday morning first thing, or possibly to work tomorrow, which that was probably going to be a no. They're not going to work tomorrow, so they wanted it for Monday morning. So I made the delivery to that, and then drove about 4 miles to the next stop. When I got to the next stop, there was two guys there waiting for me, and they were expecting me to come with the pig truck. And I said I would have loved to have done that, but I don't have it, so I'll have to do, you know, to handle it the best way I can here with this. So I talked with them, found out where we wanted it and so forth, and we got back the truck up there, and I set up what they wanted, where they wanted it, and they, you know, we're going to have to hand unload this now. I said, yes, sir, I fully expected that, and I'll handle it. You just show me where you want to put it at. And not requiring the customer whatsoever to handle that at all. And so when I set up the place and got beside my truck to start unloading it, one of the men came over and decided he was going to help me after I got started. And I don't know, maybe just out of goodness or whatever. So we started pulling one sheet at a time and stacking it, which was not very far at all. It was like a side step. And there was about 70 sheets that had to be done, then plus wood to be toted and doors and insulation. So we began pulling one sheet at a time so you could stack it and keep it neat. And he decides, and this is a big fellow, and he decides we want to take two at a time and make it quicker. I said, yes, sir. So we start pulling 2 sheets at a time together. So you're looking at almost 150 pounds together, pulling those down off that truck and stacking it. And so I let him set the pace. When we finally got through to the end of this, and I reached to get some more wood, he said, I got to stop. He said, I got to get some breath. I got to slow down. And I said, yes, sir, that's fine. Take your time. I'll do this over here while you're, catching your break. And, did not try to disgrace him whatsoever. But the fact was, I thought that makes me in shape pretty good, because I'd already did one half of that truck that big by myself. And now I've done this one and can still go, and he's wore out after this first little shot. And so I thought, that's the benefit of working out and making that time, because you're able to do those things. You don't have to be wore out at the end of the day. I mean, here it is 10 o'clock and we're still going. And so that's a good benefit of being able to work out and it helping out in your lifestyle. And it also comes from eating properly as well. In fact, as we were starting to leave, the man said to his partner, we had to go, hurry up and go. We're cutting into my beer time. And so I knew that he was not going home to have him a good supper. He was going to go home and sit down and have some drinks. And so I don't drink or nothing like that. And so that's another benefit, is I don't have those things in my body to make it weaker. And so, but anyway, that's a benefit, and I just want to share that little testimony with you, that if you do the things when you work out and you work along with other people, you can see at that point the benefit of your workouts working out in you. Now, the next thing I want to do is, like I said, it is the weekend. Tonight's Friday night. Everybody's getting ready, I'm sure, to go for the weekend to do different things. Don't forget to work out. Don't forget to eat right. I'm sure that we'll, get off track somewhere into eating, because sometimes you're going to eat out with people and they're going to have hot dogs or whatever. Or you may go to a dinner and eat out somewhere. On Sunday, I always eat out with my friends, as I told you before, and we have our little mastermind gathering where we share our thoughts and events and, get collected. And it's like a buffet. So, we go there and I eat all I can eat too. But, it's a one-time event during the week. And it kind of, it's a change, but the benefit of getting the company I'm with is worth that little change for me. And, and it may be for you as well, whenever you get together with friends and have fun and so forth for the weekend. When you work out the weekend, if you don't have a lot of time or you're limited, I want to make just a few suggestions for you, that when you do get able to squeeze in a little bit of stuff, if you're not playing tennis and golf and all those kind of things, and even if you are, it's still beneficial to do an exercise program of some sort. And so, when you do the weekend things, you see here, I got on a board to move over a little bit here so you can see it, to cover more time and to benefit your total body. And I say cover more time, to make your time more efficient. If you don't have a lot of time, when you work out this weekend, do full body exercises. That will help you utilize your whole body, where your whole body's sucking oxygen in, and it's used as one unit, which is what it is. It is one unit. And so for a healthy lifestyle, that's the best way to do that. Now, you can do isolation exercises as well, as they do with weights, where you sit down and do a curl and it just works right here, or you work this part back here, that kind of thing. But I would always suggest, if you can, to have multi-joint exercises, and that causes you to breathe heavier, to suck in deeper air, and that kind of thing. I found out years ago that the people would, in the bodybuilding world, that people would talk about, I can't get my arms to get any bigger, and I would read, they would say, well, quit working out your arms. And you do chin-ups, you do pull-ups, and you do bent over rows and stuff like that. And so, and it was suggested that you do that because the biceps and triceps are smaller muscles of the body. And when you work the bigger muscles, causing the little muscles to work, and they're not overworked, they tend to grow better. And therefore, you can have bigger arms by that means, and you're also stronger in that. But anyway, to do the weekend type thing, okay? If you're going to do full body workouts, there are some full multi-joint exercises that really, really helps out a great deal. And the first one I want to talk about here is squats. Now, many people hate squats because they hurt. They're very hard to do, but they are very useful, and they make your body powerful, and they really, really help out the whole body overall. Now, there's many different kinds of squats you can do. You can do it. You can use a little ball in your hand and do goblet squats where you hold it in front of you and you squat down like such. You know, if you have a bar, you can put it on in front of you. Just hold your hands out. You can do one-legged squats. You can do Yugoslavian squats where you got one foot up on a bench behind you and one leg is doing that. You can do all sorts of squats. One of my favorite ones, though, is called a Hindu squat, and it's simply where you have your arms stretched out in front of you, and you pull them into you this way, sucking in air, and as you squat down to the ground where you're going into your level, where your legs are level, or either a little even lower if you want to, and you're breathing out. That way you're pushing your stomach muscles in and tightening at the same time. And as you come back up, you suck your air in. And you can do these squats if you work at them. You can do probably, I would guess, 3 or 4 in a minute's time. And that's a lot. So you could do 15 squats. I knew one gentleman, as I studied his work, he would do 500 of these in 15 minutes. My friends, that's a lot. I mean, I'm going to tell you, that's a lot. When you even can do 100 of these without stopping, you are doing a phenomenal feat, in my opinion, because you're really pulling a lot of air and oxygen into your body, and it makes you feel good because you are really breathing deep, and your whole body is working out this time. And these are actually called Hindu squats. And the next thing is you can do push-ups. Push-ups also is a multi-joint exercise, even though you think, well, you're just working on your arms and your shoulders, but your whole body is tense. And you can do one-arm push-ups. You can do one raised up on a block or a brick, so that it seems like you're doing one arm. You can do double arm. You can do, again, what is known as Hindu squats. There's what is it? How do they say it? Bomb divers, jet divers exercise, push-ups, where you're pushing your butt way up in the air and you're going down and you're pushing back through again and coming back to that same position. Or Hindu squats, where you don't have, where when you go down in that squat and that bench press and your front's up, you just pull back up like so, causing your stomach to work a whole lot because you're pushing the air out and you're sucking air in. And if you'd like to have a better picture of that, send me a note in the thing below, and I'll get you some ideas and show you how to do that by sending you some pictures or videos or whatever is needful to help you out with that, because they are 2 very powerful body weight exercises that create a lot of strength, a lot of oxygen, and helps you to be really strong. And that is the Hindu squats and the Hindu push-ups. And then find you some kind of ab work to do. Whatever you choose to do, whatever. I would suggest that you never put your hands behind your neck and pull on it like such, because you stretch your neck. Put them in front of you like this, hold them straight out in front of you. Just if you're going to do sit-ups, don't hook your feet, because then you take all the pressure off your stomach and it goes to a muscle in your back, which can cause you lower back pain. So never hook your feet to do a sit-up. And many people even suggest not doing sit-ups, that you do planks, that you do side planks, and that kind of thing. That you can actually lay down on your back and do your knee-ups and your hands at the same time, rotating elbow to knee, elbow to knee. There's just many different things that you can do. If you just look around a little bit at the exercise magazines online, you can punch that in, and you find all kinds of things you can do. But that covers your whole body, and it doesn't take you a real long time to do that, and you can see some really good benefits from that. So my friends, that ends it for this evening. I just want to encourage you to share with you, first of all, that you can see that when you get around people who do not take care of themselves, that you can see the benefits of how working out benefits you. And then make sure you take time to do these things on the weekend. For many of you, it may be the only time you have to work out. And we call them weekend warriors, of course. And so we need to stick with that and get in some exercise and try to make your life, your body stronger, to help you live longer and have some longevity in your life. Eat right, best your way you can. And if I can help you to learn any more about these things, please leave a comment below. Share this with other people that might be able to benefit from it as well. And if you'd like more information whatsoever, contact me in any of the ways you find on this page. I'll be glad to help you out to make your life better and healthier. My friends, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night now.